Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets. We're actually on time. November 17th, a little after 11 Eastern. I didn't catch the coach's 9:30 Eastern webcast, if you will, but all I heard is the word melt up. So I guess you could say the melt up continues. But let's sign into TradeGATEHub. Here we have the TradeView Market site. Log into TradeGATEHub. Like I said, I log in the same way for everybody. It's very simple. Let's go to our morning routine. It's the same routine as usual, but it's a good routine and it's working. So always watch. We came in tactical sentiment. All right, we're a little bit on the overbought territory, but you know what? You think it would be a lot higher considering some of the melt up in the stocks. I will say melt up, but I will point up on the charts a couple of stocks or groups that are, if you will, that are keeping, the market in check and keeping the tactical sentiment in check, which allows, the S&P, even the futures, if you will, not to go down in base or at some point even go up and allow these other stocks to go up or continue a short covering, if you will. So here are our sectors. Semi's a little bit overbought. You can see the chart today. I'll go for a second. Technology a little bit overbought. Retail is overbought. Target being down 13 today into numbers didn't help. And Home Depot being up $20 yesterday didn't help. So retail being overbought with Home Depot and Lowe's reporting being up nicely, and retail Target reporting today is going to bring that sector a little bit back into check. So we'll keep an eye on that. Energy was over, energy being in the middle of sentiment and tactical sentiment being a little bit, we're down a little bit today, 7 handles the S&P, nothing major, but you have to keep in mind that maybe that's a sector we want to buy, and it was a buy. But also, let's go to, what else did I want to look at? Housing, no interest. REITs, no interest. Well, it's interest rate related. Let's keep going. Gold. You know what? It broke out of that flag we spoke to this morning. Excuse me, pardon. I added the gold stocks. I like gold here. I'm not worried. Listen, that's sentiment. And sentiment, as we know, and I'm not going to repeat myself too many times, can stay way overbought, then people can stay solvent. And you know what? I like them here. I even like the rotation with the market as we speak. We've been buying a handful of gold stocks. If you go to, this week's video, what is today? Wednesday, go back to Monday, even to Friday. We like the top 3. We like KL, we like AU, and we like the junior miners, GDXJ. We also had no problem taking a position in Nougat or JNUG. Look at that yesterday. S&P future sentiment, as I said, as we speak, we're off 7 handles. So we're right about here. Nothing major. Option call activity. You know what? I saw this happen yesterday, and I like the way it's acting today. I am going to be taking Pfizer, and I'm going to be buying Pfizer. And that's because NVAX and this Marna are acting very well today. And when there's nice option flow in Pfizer, and that's decent flow. And by the way, I sold CPE today. Loser for loser. RRC I love too, but that's more natural gas. I digress. Pfizer I like. I'll show you in a second why I like it. I also post every day, the economic calendar, very important. Coach had probably said something about this morning. Everybody else is 3:30. Walter Bloomberg upgrades and downgrades. ARK Invest for anybody that's interested in Kathy Woods. Kathy taking position. I told everybody this morning I am taking a position to start building a position in TSP. It's a slow position. I don't think it's going to pull a V type of movement. But I like it. Daily scan. That's all you need. I don't want to repeat myself every day. These are the hot stocks. Go to what these stocks. Okay. Let's go to, you know what? I'll even go to my chart here. Let me change my screen to my daily screen. I'm working on my chart, so bear with me, everyone. I was actually on the phone with him just a second ago. Okay, so let's go with RM number 1. I posted this morning before the open. MRAM. No problem with that stock when it opened right there at 1285. You could have had today. 1285. You know what? I apologize about this. I'm working on the charts. What else do we have here on that screen? I can tell you just to give an example of. You have to take the best of breeds. Let's look at VRAR. That was in the top five. BRKS, I'm not interested in $120. Doesn't have that much volume. VRAR, let's look at that then. So we stick the volume, good price action, and good range. You'll see VRAR had a range yesterday from 1460 to 1738. Yeah, so it finished 40 cents off the high. But this morning it had news and it opened up at $21. Naturally, it sold off on the news, making a move like that. But you take a stock like VRRR with good volume and good price action, and it closes at $617. You wake up this morning, it's 21, $4 higher. No wonder they took profits on it. They might have gotten lucky too, considering where the chart is right now. The line in the sand here is where. I mean, I don't particularly like the price action that much, but $17. It's still, it's a meta stock. It's a metaverse stock. I was asked about that yesterday. And when that went, so did MTTR. That's flagging right there. That stock opened where? Barely opened even down. From 28.50. That, you know what? Let's do this. A 1 minute chart. This November 17th being yesterday. It stock ripped on the open to a metaverse stock. So what I'm saying is, over time, just like anything, good price action, range, and good volume will lead you to some nice winners. Some of them aren't going to work, but you know how to cut losers. You cut losers and you hold winners. OZON, upgraded. OZON, hot stock. I posted this. Let's take a look at OZON. And the fact that I'm not yelling at my dog right now that I didn't take this long is okay. So that stock had good news. It's a fresh stock. It's a fresh IPO. You have to know what it is. It's some sort of sporting retailer store. Stock closed near the high again. So if you didn't take it overnight and you were a little bit sheepish, if you will, buying it this morning at 43, you could have still bought it at the new high when it took out yesterday's high at 46.68. 46.68 is where? Right here. That's where the new high was. And the stock went right to 51. This, by the way, is 46.68. That was, let's go. Now I can go to 3 days. It took out the new high right here. That was it. Buy stop. And you focus on it, you make $4. It's a big trade. Big trade I'm not in. What else was on here? Okay. TGH part of the routine. Boeing upgraded. Let's see. Roku. Ouch. Bad. That was a bad call. I told you right there, I'm building a position in Kathy's TSP. TSP recently had a lot of insider buying. It's not the sexiest of stocks. I do like it here. As you can see, it has that pop in it. It has it. I like how it's setting up here. I like how the volume that was 3-4 days ago. I wish it would have held, but there is insider buying. It's at the right sector. It's in some sort of, I mean, I can get more specific on it, but actually, you know what? Somebody get back to me and tell me what they do. Actually, obviously I know what they do, but Uber, USER, TSP. Well, you know what? Just go to right here. Rhino Trader, TSP, Internet Explorer, company profile, autonomous technology company. They're going with the EV sector, and they make hardware that, trust me, I like the stock. With that being said, let's go back to my TGH. TGH. What's this TGH here? Tab TGH. Okay. All right. Now I post what Kramer says. It's important. People say I keep coming back to knowing that there might be only Tesla, but the market will create. People say my child doesn't own Tesla, and I hadn't bought Rivian or Lucid. He's basically saying that both of them were oversold like that point. That was I thought it was a good time to buy. Not gonna lie. They smarted to squeeze small caps. Blaze, the hottest IPO in some time. So I'm trying to bring it good action. Where's Blaze? BLZE. Okay. Stock opened the other day at 20. Same thing. What was the stock that broke out? We pointed out. Geez. OZON, same thing with Blaze. 31.46 buy stop. For those that are a little bit on the sheepish side, was 31.46 right here. Went right to 36 today. Even if you bought the breakout, there it is, 31.51 buy stop. You might get, you have to watch it. Stock went right to 36, $5 move on 2 million shares isn't that good, but it's good enough to make money in. It's not certainly not a 20,000 share position, but you know what? If you didn't play it, it's certainly learning that these IPOs are starting to work again. That's all. What else? Blaze, GOV, I missed it. I missed GOEV. And why was I upset I missed GOV? It's in the EV sector too. GOEV. How can I not have this? It's embarrassment. Had the good volume yesterday, closed near the high. It did sell. It closed at what? 1047. It opened up at 12. It sold off just like the other ones did, and I was a little bit reticent of it, but I shouldn't care because I shouldn't be looking at the indices. Just trade price action, good volume. Same with Roblox. We've been bullish on that one, and this has been a nice trade in the TradeView account. Let me go back to the TGH. Okay, TGX retail, up moves and down moves, Kramer, Lucid, VIR. What did that do? I said I think it would fade. I haven't looked at it, so I think it went down. VIR, look at that. It did fade. My God. So I didn't look at VIR since I said that. VIR was up 11%, GSK and VIR. I only know it because I trade it. And it's a dog. And it did come in today. Where's the chart? New share. VIR. Stock opened at 37 and now it's 33. And it didn't trade it. You know what? All right, we got more homework to do. We learned. Okay, going back to what's going on right now. Okay, any questions first of all? Lewis, great interview. Thanks, Dale. Okay, let's go to what's active. Take this out. Let's go to take that off. So if suppose the webcast just ended and I want to know what's going on, I go to my top list. What's near the high with volume? Okay, volume. What's got the highest? CHNI, not interested. General Motors, as the other ones take a little bit of breather, they go into General Motors. Home Depot didn't follow through. Apple, they're running into Apple. I'm not surprised, by the way. Workday has earnings after the close. I like it. I'm going to buy it on the dip. I'm not going to take it into earnings. Noted. Netflix is down with Roku. Not surprised. Oh, pardon. Okay, so range. What's today's range? What's got good range? Tesla's good range. Rivian has good range. Roku, good range. Baidu, great range. Twilo, Sava, SEC investigation. Sava. Let's say as we go to the videotape. SAVA. That's all you needed to hear. Broke the opening range breakout. Short, right through the open at 49, goes to 46. You have to do your homework on this one, Sava, because even if I was saying on TradeGATEHub, I think even Kramer commented on this I posted. Kramer did post this. And he's been bearish on it. And I sold it when we made a nice move up on it. And then we sold it because it was going up on price action range and good volume. And there he said, I've been telling people to steer clear of this one, but I didn't even know the extent of it. Sava. And that's why we sold it. And look at this. It was a good, hold on, let me go back to this. It's a good trade. Stock's got good volume and good range. And I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't even touch this thing for short squeeze. Move's been made, as we say. All right, what else? So Sava was up there. What's near the low? Look at the Roku near the low with good volume. You got to take this here. This stock's, stock's had its run. I mean, it should be shorted on any pop unless it reinvents itself or comes out with major fundamental news. JMIA, somebody told me about this. It has good volume and it was a good short on the open, but you can't trade them all. And it was somebody told me to short this and I didn't listen to him this morning. And I'm just looking. JMIA had earnings yesterday, 18 to 14, huge volume, finished on the low. Even if you didn't trade it, you saw that it broke yesterday's low. Let's go 2 days. Where's my 2-day chart today? More. 2 days. Broke yesterday's low at right here, 1439. And you put that's it. That's all you needed. That was a nice hedge. Might be a cover here with that volume bar. But I'm making an example of trade the best of breeds and trade the one with good range of volume. They pay, and if you're not right, they're the most forgiving over time. They don't all work. So let's go back to TradeGATEHub and wrap up here because there's any questions for today? No questions for today? That's good. What's moving now? Let's go to my Twitter feed. Apple, Tesla, Apple. You get to see this? The last 4 option flows are Apple. So what's Apple? That means they're running into safety. Believe it or not, Apple's a safety trade. Oh, there it goes. 152 to 155. The options don't lie. Look, now it's on a breakout. Apple, the one. Apple's the one today, it seems like. Let's look at the rest of them when I see that. Cirrus Technology doing anything? No. Corvo? No. Something like, well, let's look at Microsoft then. Well, that's it. Microsoft all-time highs. Why not? Let's look at my universe. Can you see my screen here? Let me change it. Let me see what I'm looking at today. Okay. Futures making a little bounce. SEV, a hot IPO. Lucid now going down. IONQ. Blink is the one. Blink's a good one. That was a heavily shorted stock. Blink. Still has room to go. The battery stock. And I also said CHPT. I think this has room to go. CHPT, this battery stock, fresh. Definitely over 28.5 an ad. CHPT. I like it. SC worked. TSP down 75 cents, not helping the family any. Tesla, NIO, Fisker didn't work, but Fisker's a buying a dip in my opinion. Not here though. How about that LI that I sold yesterday poorly? Is that hanging in? That's hanging in too, LI, Long Island. Watch out for those Long Island people. PLTO going up still. General Motors hanging in there. Here are all my airlines and right here. CPE, the only one that was down. Thank God I sold it. You know what? Look at CPE. I'll show you where I traded this today. I think you can show trades. Show my trades as triangles. Let's show today. CPE today. All right. My buys are in blue on CPE and my sells are in red. So I was buying them 61.60, 62.20 to 62.40. Sold the majority at 63.10. I was wrong. The reds are sells. So I'm selling CPE between 62.97 and 63.30. It didn't work. I wanted it to work, but I was buying it in the hole. Let me remove all these lines. Oh, hold on. So 63.30, these are where my sells are. I was wrong. I had 6,000 shares, by the way. So instead of losing 6,000 shares at 6,000, so 6,000 shares at 6,063. That's another $1.50. Could save myself 8,000. So instead of, I lost $700 instead of losing 8,000, 6,000 shares. It's a mature loss. Not gonna lie. I still like it. Don't get me wrong. But when I saw the other stocks acting poorly, EOG, Devon, Fang, I said I have to get out, and I wanted to get out. Look at this. Okay, this dog. This is hurting me. AFRM. You know what? The market seems to slow down a little bit. What time is it? 11:21. Amazon hanging in. Roku. There's the daily on Roku. Now, you know it's bad on a chart when you have to go to the weekly to see how bad it is. Roku. It's going to 250. Well, 250 is a whole number. But you know what? Trade's over. You know, it's not really my type of chart. I would have liked to have it last night to a degree, but what else is moving? Breaking news, AMD bull flow. Somebody's telling me AMD is going up. AMD blue flow, right near your high AMD. What's stopping this thing? So when I see that, I say, what's Nevada doing? Nevada's stalling a little bit. So it tells me that AMD is going up more because of Apple and the chips instead of the metaverse. That's what it says to me. What else is going on? Breaking AMD, Apple. All I'm seeing is Apple across the board here. Not going to lie. DraftKings. Let's go back. Let's revisit this trade since I was asked about this. I took a stab at it right there, the double bottom. Right? I remember this video from last week. And when it didn't work, when it should have, I sold it. And that's why I saved myself from 42 to 38. And I'm not interested in it anymore because a professional that has good timing, when it doesn't work, you know, it goes to 35. I'm not interested in it anymore in DraftKings. What a shame. Kathy's in it too. BROS. This was a hot IPO. This thing cooled off. The Dutch Brothers Coffee. Probably going to be buying around. I'm going to buy it again below 55, the strike price, because PTLO is still going. They went into that one. That's the new hot IPO as well. What else do we like? SEV futures coming a little Dow down 200. NASDAQ is up, and that's held by by Apple, Microsoft, by FANG. TTD gave back $1. TTD. Let's look at this one. Stock has gone from 90 to 113 in 2 weeks, and it's down $1 today. That's not weak to me. That's a buy and a dip. The RSI is not even though. So that's an example of one that I would have shorted earlier on in my career, and I would have been hoping for it to come back, and it would have cost me more time and money and energy in just watching it. Fizzler, ENPH. This thing, this dog. Look at this KD. I have a little bit of it. KD, this hot IPO. And I should have got out in there once it broke that 1960. It's the IBM spinoff. It's not a Chinese stock either. Jesus Christ, 55. All right, so let me get back to business. What else is in our mover list? My other list here. That is also on Rhino Trader if you don't want to do the other things. Dogs is near the high. CEI, SPI, low floater. GOEVs hang in. The other one I might be interested in on the weak side, STNE. I wanted to buy it this morning, backed off at 26. Thank God. DLO at earnings, disaster. VRAR, no interest. JMIA, we talked about it. We missed it. PAGS goes with STNE. They're both Brazilian payment entities. You know that. PAGS goes with STNE. They're both Brazilian payment providers. AN, AutoNation. What's that doing, AutoNation? That hasn't had a down day since Bill Clinton was in office. AutoNation having a one day. So I look at CarMax. Same thing. So look at Carvana. Carvana may be rolling over without even Lloyd with the AutoNation. Used cars, no good anymore. That has some volume, but not enough volume for me to go in heavily. 600,000 shares is only maybe a 1,200 or 2,000 share position. Not sexy enough considering what's going on. So let me get back to TGH. I'll bring it to a wrap as we approach 11:25 a.m. I'll leave it at this. I'm going to add to my, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'll add to my gold positions, the golds. I'm adding to KL. Oh, I love it. I'm adding to AU. Oh, I love it. And I'm adding to GDXJ. Those I like. Oh, man. I have to look at GDX. JUNG, the triple ETF, not for the faint of heart. Right there. Nougat. Ooh, that nougat, that could go, man. If you're on the right side of that thing, forget about it. That's easy. That's easy. Let's look at the other ones. Newmont. All right. It's got a shot. AUY, I was asked yesterday. EXK is my gold long. How's that doing today? going higher, EXK. Silver, looking okay. AGQ, the triple ETF on silver. I might buy a little bit today. Just a taste, as they say, just a taste. All right, so I'll leave everybody off here. With that being said, futures pulling back a little bit. It's actually somewhat a muted action. We'll be watching Rivet and Lucent to trade the other EV stocks, which are right here. Overstock, that reversed down. Goose restock down. Path, Nerve, Kind, SC, FUT, was Lebu. They don't want anything to do with the. Oh, Pfizer. This is why I wanted the Pfizer trade. So I'm going to do it now. NVAX acting well. Marna acting well. Or Pfizer's the one. This is the one I should buy some options in. Let's look at the weekly. Where do we think it's going? Yeah, Pfizer. Yeah, Pfizer I like. And you want to know why? It's not because the chart looks good. I'm not throwing darts. It's because of this. GGPI. All the Pfizer flow I saw this morning. This is 13 minutes ago. General Motors, Apple, D-Dog. Where's the Pfizer? General Motors, that's working. Should have bought General Pfizer, bullish. They're going out to December. Pfizer, bullish. They're going November, short term. There's more. They even went to Bristol just as a hedge. Where else is there Pfizer? Oh, you know what? It was here. I'm sorry. I apologize. All this flow yesterday. The Pfizer. Right there. November 26 calls. November 50 calls. Wow. So that's why I'm interested in Pfizer. I go to smart money. So I'll leave everybody off until then. It's 11:30. Any questions, please feel free. Tomorrow's Thursday. I won't be on at 11, but I'll be posting very early in the morning. More bearish activity. Rotation is the name of the game. It's not a correction. He's correct. This is my friend here, Mark, and he's correct. Rotation is the name. This is not a correction. Just because TTD is down $1.30 after a major run does not mean it's over. You know what I mean? Normally somebody would take profits. I don't blame them. So this is where we leave off. Until then, have a plan. We'll see you at the close or when I get back from lunch. Trade well, everyone. Thank you for your time.